Hello and welcome to 4Seasons Transportation. Whether you are a new or returning transfer care specialist or TCS, this orientation will cover the essentials you need to get started, introducing our company and highlighting our core values. For over 20 years, 4Seasons Transportation has safely and compassionately transported students living with disabilities. We provide barrier-free transportation, ensuring students reach school safely and calmly. Safety. We are committed to the highest quality of transportation by maintaining safety, motivated training, standards, and procedures. Leadership. We create and maintain best practices with the transportation industry and disability field and provide our people with opportunities for growth and personal development. Compassion. We cultivate and practice attitudes of care and empathy towards students, each other, and our communities. Adaptability. We are continually responsive to and supportive of our students, their needs, and our communities. You will see these values in every aspect of our work, ensuring we deliver safe and seamless transportation. We are here to support you every step of the way, ensuring you feel confident and prepared in your role. Once again, welcome to 4Seasons Transportation.
My name's Heather and I'm the Transportation Coordinator at 4Seasons Transportation. The Operations Department collaborates with the school boards, our drivers and supervisors to make adjustments and create routes throughout the school year. We work closely with dispatch and training to assign drivers to routes permanently. We also initiate route compliance checks in coordination with student care and health and safety, LPNs and other supervisors. Section 1, Understanding your route. The first part of your orientation is understanding your route. This includes learning how to read all the route details, timing of the route, locating parents' contact information, and understanding your responsibilities. After today's session, you'll complete a homework assignment to ensure you're comfortable with these route details. We recommend keeping track of your route for the first 3 days to make sure it's accurate to what your route says. Some routes will have special stops, students with protected personal information. We service these stops daily and limit our level of communication with families. If there's an asterisk next to their name, it means they have a met at bus requirement, as in when you arrive at a school, home, or daycare center, an adult must meet this child. This is essential information for TCSs. You'll need to know your route number, the school you service, your attendant or LPN if applicable, and your supervisor's contact details. Make sure you add these contacts into your phone and input necessary addresses into your GPS. Section 2, using the Ridealong app. Our Ridealong app makes navigating your route easier. You can click on addresses to open them in your GPS, check in for your morning and afternoon runs, and automatically log your hours for payroll. When you open the Ridealong app, you will typically see a screen showing your route information. On days when you're en route, you'll see 2 squares, one for checking in for your morning run and one for checking in for your afternoon run. Remember to check in on time to avoid those calls from dispatch. Each day, you'll need to check in for your morning run between 6 and 6:30 a.m. In the afternoon, the app will state your check-in time as 1 hour before your afternoon's bell time. For example, if you're going to Emily Follansbee and they dismiss at 2:20 p.m., your check-in time is 1:20 p.m. If it's 1:25 and you haven't checked in, expect a call from your dispatch team. Section 3, Vehicle Sign-Out and PreTrip Inspection. After orientation, you'll sign out your vehicle and complete a PreTrip inspection using the Ridealong app. Mark whether the item passes or it's not applicable to your vehicle. If you find any defects, report them immediately to Fleet Management. Fleet will have more information on this later in the video. Section 4, Route Timing and Adjustments. When you start on a route, monitor for a few days, ensuring all students are picked up and dropped off on time. Fill out the route timing form if you need to make any adjustments or changes, such as early outs for specific schools. Submit this to the Transportation Coordinator for approval. If your route timing is the same as what's listed, there's no need to send it in. Drivers must follow the route as it's been planned. Moving the stops or sequences can put students at risk. Changes to bus pickup and drop-off must be requested by the Transportation Coordinator and pre-approved by the school board. Address changes may take weeks for the school board to approve. Drivers are not permitted to transport to the updated addresses until advised to do so by the Transportation Coordinator. Section 5, Communication Tools. Communication is key. We use both Ridealong and GroupMe for effective communication with our teams. Each morning, your supervisor will leave a message on GroupMe with the most important updates, like traffic delays, weather reports, events happening at 4Seasons, and other information that you need to know. Use GroupMe for backup communication if Ridealong isn't working. However, try to rely primarily on Ridealong App for logging, pickups, and drop-offs. If everything is working correctly on Ridealong, don't worry about using GroupMe. As a reminder, please contact dispatch for any issues that arise while en route. They are connected with all departments and ready to support you. Section 6, Expense Reimbursement and Payroll. We reimburse certain expenses like car washes and emergency washer fluid. Washer fluid is available at the office. You only need to seek reimbursement in emergency purchases. When it comes to fuel receipts, you'll receive a gas card from the fleet team. Be sure to write your unit number, not your route number, on each receipt. For convenience, I recommend keeping an envelope inside your safety vest pocket. Whenever you visit the office, simply include your gas receipts. There's no set schedule for this, so you can submit them at your convenience. And remember, we often have brunches and gatherings at the office, so this is a great opportunity to drop off your receipts. Ridealong is also used to formulate payroll when drivers check in and check out with the schedule in the Ridealong app. You get paid every 2 weeks, with the payday beginning every second Tuesday of the month until the end of the school year. Section 7, Requesting time off. When booking vacations, we highly recommend using the calendar to ensure it aligns with our school schedule. Our work revolves around the school calendar, which includes holidays, weeks off between Christmas and New Year's, and an entire summer break. If you need to book off, list the reason, start date, end date, and specify whether you need a full or partial day off. For partial days, indicate which part of the shift needs coverage. Aim to notify dispatch team at least 2 weeks in advance so that they can find coverage for your route. If you are taking off more than 3 consecutive days, excluding medical reasons, you are at risk of losing your route, which will be reassigned to another driver. Upon your return, you'll be added back into the queue for route reassignment. In the next section, we will introduce Kim from our Student Care Department. She will provide important information about incident reporting and managing student behavior.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I'm the Student Care Coordinator here at 4Seasons Transportation. Student Care is here to help you with any challenging behaviors that the students are experiencing on the bus. It's important to get to know your students and build rapport with them, as well as their families and the school. When it comes to our students, we want to be proactive, not reactive. We can do that by understanding their details in the Ridealong app, where you will be able to see more information about the students on board, such as their names, phone numbers, required equipment, securement, student care plans, or custody alerts. If you have any incidences on the bus, such as bullying, trouble staying seated, or any aggressive behaviors such as biting, hitting, spitting, or other behaviors you find concerning, well, we're here to help you. The first thing you want to do is fill out that incident report. Make sure you include specific details of the incident and the strategies that you use to de-escalate the situation. We can provide you with the tools and means to keep both you and your students safe, such as providing you with fidget toys, implementing seating plans, and even having student care doing ride-alongs to provide you with additional support. As TCSs, we are responsible for the care of the students, providing them with the proper securement and helping them on and off the bus so that they have a safe and enjoyable ride to school. We'll now hand it back to Heather to conclude the operations section of your orientation.
Section 9, Frequently Asked Questions and Contact Information. To conclude the operations section of your orientation, this is where I open the floor to any questions you might have. I understand that you're probably feeling overwhelmed with information at this point. It's natural to go home and later think of things that you forgot to ask. To help with this, we have compiled a pamphlet of frequently asked questions and detailed policies from our employee handbook. Take some time and read through it when you have a moment. It covers a range of topics, including pre-trip inspections and expense reimbursements. For example, if your Ridealong app isn't working on a particular day, you can always fall back on the paper pre-trip that we've provided. Additionally, all contact information can be found within the Ridealong app, ensuring that you can easily reach out for assistance whenever you need it. Refer to this video and the resources provided whenever you need. We're here to support you every step of the way. At this point, we'll turn things over to Christine, who will discuss health and safety.
Hi everybody, my name is Christine. I am the Health and Safety Manager here at 4Seasons. Welcome to the Health and Safety Route Specific Orientation. So today I'm going to talk to you about a few things in health and safety. There's a lot of information here that I'm going to provide to you, so please feel free to reach out to us if you have additional questions. There are forms that are specific to the Ridealong app, and under forms you will find the hazard close call near miss report. You will find the psychological hazard report. You'll also find the route assessment checklist and the bus sanitization checklist as well. Under forms but resources, there you will find the health and safety manual as well as information on Schedule 2. This is the document that tells you what's PreTrip defects you will note and who to get in touch with, especially if it's a major defect that downs your bus. So please make sure to contact FLEA in the event of a down bus. Under contacts, you'll find my information, my name, my phone number, my email, and you can also send me a direct text message right from the Ridealong app. So please make sure to use these resources that are readily available to you. Right now I want to talk about hazard reporting and why it's important. A hazard could be a situation or an unsafe condition that could cause you or anyone else harm and creates dangerous situations at the work. If you see a hazardous situation, such as a close call or a near miss, it's important and it's everyone's responsibility to submit a hazard report online to notify us of the danger that you've encountered. Complete the hazard report and the close call report on the Ridealong app within 24 hours. Hazard reports are received by the Health and Safety Department, and we will reach out to you to discuss with you situations that may prevent or manage the hazard and mitigate our risk. Incidents are investigated by the Health and Safety Department, and all injuries, occupational illnesses, or work refusals must be directly reported to the HR department. The formal hazard assessment is a document that will be provided to you in your route assessment document folder, and it's going to give you information about route-specific information, but also help you determine what type of task you do in your role, and it'll assign either a high, medium, or low risk, and then it will give you direction as to the corrective action that management has implemented to make sure you're safe during your route. The route assessment checklist is another important document. It is considered to be a site-specific hazard assessment. It's a mandatory document that all drivers must complete the beginning of the school year during their dry run. This route assessment checklist must be completed before the first day of school. This document will prioritize hazards that you see along the route. And once you complete this document on the Ridealong app and you submit it to Health and Safety, we evaluate and look at the document to determine your concerns, and then we'll call you, reach out to you, and together we will find solutions to mitigate the risk. Route assessments must be submitted by the Health and Safety Department to the school boards by the end of September. So it's important that you're sending them in as quickly as you can. I want to give you some general rules and procedures that will help you throughout the school year. Our health and safety policy states that 4Seasons is committed to protecting the health and safety of employees, the public, and students. It's the duty and responsibility of every employee to actively participate in making their work environment safe and productive. TCSs must comply with standards, safety standards that 4Seasons instills, as well as all relevant government regulations. Safety first is to be promoted in all operations, and if an employee feels unsafe in any situation, it is their responsibility to immediately stop what they are doing and notify management about the hazardous situation. Seatbelts must be worn by all passengers. the driver, the LPN, and the attendant. It's the driver's responsibility to ensure everyone is secured when the bus is in motion. Car seats and boosters. You have to check your student's height and weight periodically throughout the year as they grow and develop. If your unit is involved in a motor vehicle collision, car seats and booster seats are now taken out of service. That is a regulation. TCSs are not permitted to carry students, to lift them. If you're having concerns with a student on your route, securing the student in the car seat, please reach out to student care. They'll help you. Unauthorized stops are not permitted without permission from dispatch or management. Examples of unauthorized stops are sweetheart stops that parents ask you to stop instead of the assigned stop. Picking up groceries, for instance, or picking up coffee. Earpieces are not permitted while en route. Hearing what happens outside and inside the vehicle is very important. If you need to respond to a call, pull over when safe to do so. You need to be legally parked in order to make a telephone call. Washing your units is a requirement of 4Seasons. What we ask of you this year is that you only go to large truck washes or RV, recreational vehicle, larger truck wash bays. A form will be included in your documentation that will give you direction and the addresses of the RV car washes and large truck washes in each quadrant of the city that will be provided to you. Pre-trips. Pre-trips must be completed pre-trip, before the trip, not the night before. Anything can change. It's a mechanical unit. It needs to be checked no sooner than 1 hour of your scheduled time to depart. Zonar, we will be monitoring all 4Seasons units to ensure that 1, we know where you are in the event of an emergency, and 2, we want to make sure that everyone is following the posted speed limits. Please use your check and student on board signs. We need to ensure that no child is left in a unit after you've parked for the end of the day. Standing in units when the bus is in motion is a $324 fine. All passengers must be seated, seatbelt on, when the bus is in motion. Contact student care if you have difficulties with students who do stand en route. They will help you and give you some tools to mitigate our risk. If you happen to use the first aid kit, do not take out any materials unless it is an emergency. And please contact Health and Safety. If you happen to open the first aid kit, we will replenish it for you. Land guiding is very, very important. It is also a Traffic Safety Act regulation, and when you're at the school, you need to have a land guide. But we also require, if an attendant is on board, please use the attendant and as a team work together to land guide your unit backwards. If you have any questions about backing up, please contact Health and Safety. We will give you some guidance when you're working alone for backup procedures. In the event of an emergency or a collision, I want you to know that the most important thing to try to do is remain calm. Pull over when it's safe to do so and secure your unit. Put the vehicle in park brake on, activate your four-way hazard lights, as well as take out your keys in the ignition. Most importantly, you need to check for injuries. Are you injured? Is any of the students injured? Is the LPN or attendant injured? If there are injuries, call 911 immediately and start giving first aid to any of the injured until first responders arrive on scene. Call dispatch if there are no injuries on your bus. Dispatch will give you the needed support and you are to wait for instructions from dispatch. Do not leave the scene until instructed to do so by dispatch or a health and safety member, or a 911 first aid responder. All collisions are investigated to determine the root cause. A drug and alcohol screening test will be performed right at the scene. All preventable collisions can result in either a suspension until the internal investigation is completed, and it may also result in remedial training or termination, depending on the severity. In the event of a collision, you may be asked from dispatch to collect certain information. It is important that we have the other motorist driver's information, driver's license, their registration, their insurance, and also the other person's phone number. You may be asked to take a few photographs as well. Safety equipment is provided to you by 4Seasons. Your safety vest must be worn inside and outside school buses by both the driver and the attendant. Ice grippers are provided to all TCSs. Arm guards. Contact student care if you need a set. They have them available for you. Ensure your fire extinguisher is properly secured and do not allow backpacks on top of the fire extinguisher. In the event of a hard break or a collision, if the fire extinguisher is not secured, it can become a projectile item and injure any occupants on board. We provide you with sanitization spray, gloves, and masks. If you require any new PPE, please contact your supervisor. In emergency procedures, such as a medical emergency, which would be asthma, an allergic reaction, an injury, or a seizure, please pull over your vehicle and secure the unit. Look for injuries and assess the severity of the passenger's health and their health risk. Call 911 for immediately and follow the operator's instructions. Apply first aid until first responders arrive. When you're able to, please call dispatch to report. For mechanical issues, call fleet to report or call dispatch to advise. Students are always safer on the bus unless it is unsafe to remain on the bus and causes immediate danger. For more information on emergency procedures, complete your online training, attend in-house training, or review the health and safety manual on the Ridealong app. It's been my pleasure to serve you. I look forward to working with you next year in the field. Your next portion will be with the Fleet Department. Thank you. See you again.
Hi, my name is Annika, and I'm one of the fleet coordinators here at 4Seasons Transportation. I'd like to discuss some of the things that you will encounter regarding your units. Section 1, Fleet Policies and Procedures. It is important to know that this unit is ultimately your responsibility once it has been signed out to you. This means that all employees are responsible for bringing their unit either to the office or to a third-party shop, should it need any repairs. Employees are expected to fuel, clean, and maintain their vehicle. Upon vehicle sign-out, we will provide you with a fuel card and cleaning kit and be there to answer any questions you may have about your unit. Every 6 months, your vehicle will need to go to one of our third-party mechanic shops for its commercial vehicle inspection. We refer to this as a CVIP for short. It is government mandated to ensure your vehicle abides by Canada's safety regulations. The driver of the unit will need to book their appointment within the month the CVIP is due. There is a blue sticker on every unit on the passenger side door that indicates which month your unit is due. Our fleet department will also reach out as a reminder. Your unit will need to be brought in for its CVIP appointment right after your morning run and on a day that you don't have early school dismissal to ensure the CVIP is not interfering with your daily runs and the shop has enough time to complete it. The shop will also provide you with a temporary vehicle that you can use until your vehicle is ready to be picked up. Inside your unit, you will be provided with an envelope that holds all of your vehicle's documents, such as your up-to-date CVIP paperwork, your insurance and registration, safety fitness certificate, and more. This envelope must always remain inside the vehicle. Section 2, Vehicle Defects. Major defects are issues that significantly impact the safety and operation of the vehicle. These defects require immediate attention and typically mean you should stop using the vehicle and contact the fleet department. Minor defects are less critical issues that do not immediately affect the vehicle's safety or operation. These defects still need to be reported, but can usually be addressed without taking the vehicle out of service immediately. If you're unsure whether a vehicle issue is a major or minor defect, refer to the bottom of the resources section in your PreTrip defect form, also known as your Schedule 2. This section will help you distinguish between minor and major defects. For any vehicle defects, use the Vehicle Defect Report form available in the Ridealong app. This form will prompt you to specify the area of concern and provide a description of the issue. Once you submit the form, it will be sent directly to our fleet department for follow-up. Always remember, safety is our top priority. When in doubt, check your Schedule 2 and don't hesitate to reach out to the fleet department for guidance. Section 3, Vehicle Maintenance and Security. At the end of your day, be sure to secure your vehicle by locking all the doors and cutting off the power if applicable. Perform daily pre-trips on any lifts, even if not in use. Report any minor or major vehicle defects promptly to the fleet department.
Congratulations on completing your orientation. We are so excited to have you on the 4Seasons team. As you step into your new role, remember the importance of safety and care in everything you do. Your dedication to these values ensure that we can continue to provide the highest quality of service to the students and communities we serve. Your contribution is vital in making a difference in the lives of students with disabilities. Thank you for joining our team and helping us to create a supportive, compassionate, and inclusive environment for all.